Hey, you all. Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the south, more specifically Hardeeville, South Carolina. We have left Florida, passed briefly through Georgia, and we are now in South Carolina with these iconic pink and regular elephants here in Hardeeville. A lot of people see these elephants as they're driving to Florida, going through Savannah, kind of an iconic stop here along the highway. Now myself, I am going to continue heading north. I am headed up to see a friend up in the northern upstate New York area. I'll be passing, kind of driving up, kind of not along the coast, but kind of up through the center of the Carolinas, maybe pass through DC. But yeah, I definitely want suggestions on places that you'd like to see me film along the way. But I think we're gonna keep plowing through, keep driving, and hopefully I will be where I need to be when I need to be there. So please follow me. So I did want to grab some food here before we left Hardeeville, and here we have now I saw the name of this restaurant. I thought it was Chicken Uckin. I don't know if that was short for chicken plucking, chicken clucking, chicken trucking, but apparently the name of this restaurant is Chicken Lickin'. It's just I thought that was a U. It's actually Alan and I, but their mascot is this insane cross-eyed chicken. So I figured get some food. So they're only doing takeout right now, so I do have to eat in my vehicle. Let's take a look. I ordered some chicken livers there. Those look super good, along with a little bit of potato salad. So these are very hot, very fresh. It's a delightful chicken liver there. A little bit of the potato salad to go with it. Oh, this is delicious. A delicious meal here. I just wanted to mention this. This is one of my biggest pet peeves. So you get, and I'm not blaming this place because every place does this. So you get these little packets of silverware, and they put a salt and pepper in there, and it makes your napkin all peppery. Yeah, oh my God, it literally smells like pepper. If you're wiping your face with this, it's literally like wiping your face with pepper. Nothing freshens you up than a good pepper wipe on your face. Stopped off here in Summerton, South Carolina to get some gas here at the Stuckey's. Now this is one of the few Stuckey's that is not necessarily associated with another gas station, one of the original freestanding Stuckey's. Of course, Stuckey's known for carrying all sorts of toys and souvenirs. So they have these South Carolina piggy banks, as well as some Native American dolls. Some different Stuckey's merch here, some coffee cups there, some bumper stickers, little Stuckey's pop guns. Here's magnets for all the different states. I have some of these, but I do not have all of them. And I've been to most of these, but I've not been to all of them. I'm still missing Alaska and Hawaii. Different souvenirs here. Got the camo pickup truck bank, the horses here. But Stuckey's is probably known best for its nut-based treats. Some Stuckey's pistachios, some pecans there, and then these are pecan gophers. But of course, probably the most classic, famous item here is the Stuckey's pecan roll, or pecan roll, depending on your choice of pronunciation. Just notice this here, Uncle Osgood's microwave popcorn. This is fun. This is fun. You just put this in the microwave and it makes a huge fun mess. And I'm not even kidding. It's fun to watch a piece of a cob explode in the microwave. All right, so I did have to get a Stuckey's pecan log, or pecan log, depending on your choice of how you'd like to pronounce it. Now, I think I'm confident enough. My teeth, I had tooth surgery 2 weeks ago, maybe a little more than 2 weeks ago. Still a little sore. Still have a problem where my wisdom teeth were pulled out, there's like holes where food gets stuck in them, but I'm confident enough that I think I can start eating nuts again. So we will start eating nuts in the best way possible with the Stuckey's pecan log. Very good. A very nutty flavor. We've got the marshmallow. It's not really marshmallow. It's hard to describe it. A sugary goo in there, caulking all the nuts together. Classic American road trip food right here. We're getting so close, I can almost smell it. You never sausage a place, you're always a wiener at Pedro's. Do you see it? Do you see it? Do you see the Sombrero Tower? And here we have landed at one of my favorite places out here on the open road. An oasis, if you will, for the weary traveler. We're here at south of the border. Greetings, Mr. Pedro. Yes, this classic roadside stop south of the border. And recently, in the last couple weeks, there have been some disturbing pictures coming out of south of the border. They're pictures of destruction, pictures of things being bulldozed. They got the internet up in a roar, thinking that south of the border was gone, that they were going to level the entire attraction. But it turns out they were just leveling this building right here. This single building has been demolished, and yeah, it's I'm not recalling exactly what this building was, but majority of buildings are intact, are open, are operating. Just some construction. From my understanding, they were going to refurbish this building, but they found out that it was beyond repair, just old, run down, so they decided to get rid of this one. So really, in the end, not that alarming, not that big of a concern. Now, I do believe the building that was torn down, after looking around, I think that was the ice cream shop. This dog over here used to be right next to the building, and it looks like he's been moved. You can see he's licking the very dirty ground right there. So I guess to get a good feel for the construction updates, we should probably send the drone, Possum 3, up in the air and get a peek at maybe the top of the Sombrero Tower, and then see if there's any other construction spots here on property. So from the drone footage, it looks like there was a second building demolished. You can see the new asphalt right here. And then piecing things together, this was the t-shirt shop that sold just t-shirts. So it was the ice cream shop over there on that side of the fireworks shop, and then the t-shirt shop right here that's been bulldozed. But as you see, it's been paved over. You know, there's plenty of other shops here. So yeah, I don't think it's any reason to be alarmed that south of the border is going away anytime soon. There are just so many gift shops over here. Here we have Pedro's Mexico shop. They have a hat shop here inside the Mexican shop, and it's not only sombreros. They've got some nice top hats, some traditional St. Patrick's Day hats. They've got witch hats, pirate hats, even astronaut hats. And these hats are awfully kawaii. You can see the hat displays themselves are sombreros, even if they are selling giant poofy purple top hats. They have helicopter beanies, they have cheese burger hats, French fry hats, pizza hats, wild boar hats, and even a Civil War Union soldier's hat. I guess these particular hats are on sale here. Oh, don't sneak up on me like that. Gotta love super patriotic Pedro right in front of the fireworks shop here. And the old sombreroed Brontosaurus. Now, south of the border has an amazing collection of fiberglass animals, and one of the reasons I like coming back is to see what color they are now. It seems like every time I come back, the fiberglass is painted a different color. I think that's one way they keep it maintained, is just constantly keep painting it. And when you look at some of the figures, you can see the different colors over the years breaking through. You can see he had a red mane at one point, and also a brown mane at one point, currently yellow. There we go. Great to be back in the saddle. Woohoo! Aw, looks like this gorilla wants to give us a massive hug. It's a random teepee there. You know, this very excited alligator here holding a firework. He must have just bought that at the fireworks store behind him. And then these adorable little multicolored burros. Probably the most iconic thing here, south of the border, the giant Sombrero Tower. Now, I was in that tower on very top probably about 10, 12 years ago, and I don't know when, I don't know if or when it stopped working. Every time I've come by, they've said some different reason why it's down. It's down for the day, closed for the night. All my friends that have been here have said that it's never open as well. So I don't know if this has been operating at all in the past decade or not. I guess it wouldn't hurt to go inside and just ask. Now, I used to be able to take this elevator here up to the top of the Sombrero Tower. I just asked the gentleman over there. He said that there's an inspector coming next week that will determine if they can reopen the Sombrero Tower or not. We have a hungry hippo here under the tree, although it looks like he may require a little bit of dental assistance. Now, this over here used to be an indoor miniature golf course, and then they converted it to a statuary where they sold yard statues, and now it is converted into the Reptile Lagoon, where they have alligators and other reptiles in there. You can see this Pedro here actually has a large snake wrapped around his body. And then this Pedro has like little alligators decorating his outfit. So let's check out Pedro's Reptile Lagoon. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. Like I said, this used to be a miniature golf course, and I think the shape of the animal enclosures are actually the old miniature golf holes. You can see a big alligator right there. You can see there's a crocodile there sitting on top of the waterfall. Another crocodile bathing under those lamps there. And that is a slender snouted crocodile, and as noted, his nose is very slender. Over here we have an American crocodile. In the center here we have like a large structure. It looks like maybe it would have been a volcano in the mini golf course. But the sign says snakes this way. So we'll head into the belly volcano and see if we can find some snakes. Oh, there is a snake. There is a big old, that's a blood python. That is a chunky snake. This big guy here is a Texas indigo snake. There's two ball pythons. That one is pure white. Very, very pretty snake. If you guys are waiting for me to stop showing you snakes and alligators, you may be waiting a while. Look at that happy croc right there. Look at his big old smile. There's some young adolescent gators over there, probably just a few years old. Oh, you see that one's walking right there. Oh, he changed his mind. He's taking a nap, just like his buddies. Oh, be careful. I think two of those are actually turtles. I'm Pedro, and I'm being murdered by a snake. Oh, this little caiman is peeking at me. Hey there, little guy, what are you doing? Just peeking? Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Turtle. How are you guys doing? This is a hybrid croc. It's 75% Nile crocodile, 25% Cuban crocodile. So a multi-ethnic crocodile there. And I don't know the reason, but he does not have a tail. It's a big mean alligator snapper there. Oh, just imagine the force of that jaw snapping down on you. And you can see there in his mouth, there's like a little wiggly tongue. That's to attract prey. It's like a fake, literal fake worm in his mouth. It attracts little fish to swim in there, and he can gobble them up. They're a dwarf crocodile. Look at that guy. It's an interesting little fellow. There is a king cobra. That is a big cobra. Look at the size of that cobra. Big old green anaconda there. And this one is a yellow anaconda. See him moving his head a little bit there. Oh, he's looking at me. These are Chinese alligators. They are the only type of alligator besides the American alligator. Here's an eastern diamondback rattlesnake. Oh, he is an angry boy. Let him look around. He's looking for a fight. This here is a Yakir caiman. You see how this structure here would have been my Sombrero in the mini golf course, but now it is a Tortoise House. All these boxes of snakes here. Oh, you can see that one. It's doing some slithering. Hey, snakey. Up there, the Reptile Lagoon logo that actually used to be a golf ball up there on that pole. Yeah, no matter where you go here, Pedro follows. Here we have purple Pedro. Love that massive sign right there. This way, maybe go in there and look for some souvenirs. Yeah, this thing is so freaking big. Yeah, we see here there's just a glorious wealth of souvenirs. Here we have a Pedro pencil. And here we have the Pedro purse. Put your goods in Pedro's head. I do like these Pedro flip-flops. Here are some interesting Mexican figures, all these different, almost like a Raggedy Ann, an Andy look to those. Maracas. Here we got some Pedro backpacks. A backpack with Pedro and his mustache hanging off the back. You got your tiny little plushy Pedros there. That's really cute. And then these Pedro like hat and scarf combo. I guess you put that on your head and then the scarf hangs down. Do sell a lot of blankets, sombreros, and ponchos. This gorilla here, it's an interesting paint job. This looks like he's wearing gloves. Next door we have Pedro's Myrtle Beach shop. Of course, we're hours away from Myrtle Beach, but a lot of families do stop at south of the border on their way to Myrtle Beach. I think I can hear the ocean. Yep. See the gators slurking here outside of the shop. Got a dolphin, and then the south of the border whale right there. Looks like a sperm whale. Of course, you gotta come in and see the great white shark that they have inside. And when sharks are involved, you don't have to ask me twice. Of course, you're gonna pick up your towel on the way to the beach. Might as well get a nice south of the border towel with a sleeping Pedro on it. Looks like the fun police have been here and left a sign that we're not allowed to bounce the balls or play with them in the store. Dang it. Always ruin our fun. We got a squishy shark there. You know, squishy old shark. And here it is, the great white shark here in the Myrtle Beach shop. Says this shark was captured off the coast of Barbados in April of 1995. It was reserved by Gray Taxidermy of Pompano Beach, Florida. So look at that shark. Look at his sharky mouth. Look at his dead eyes. They're black like a doll's eyes. Now there previously was a full-sized amusement park here at south of the border. It is currently closed, no admittance. I don't know that this is ever open. I have not ever seen this operating. So if anyone out there has ever rode any of the rides here at south of the border or visited the amusement park, leave a comment in the comment section. I'm trying to figure out, you know, when this was open or if it's pretty much been closed for decades now. And out here back behind the amusement park, found the giant gorilla laying in the field. I do believe this was the gorilla that used to stand in front of the t-shirt shop, I guess, before it was demolished. So I guess he's waiting out here for his new assignment. See the mighty beast laid to rest here in the field. Also back here we can get a good view of one of these billboards, one of the classic south of the border billboards that can be seen from the highway. It says your sheep are all counted at south of the border. You can see the rotating sheep, as you can count the sheep there, but don't count them while you're driving. Pull over and stop to stay here at south of the border. The sign also has a very different looking Pedro on it. And as the sun sets here at south of the border, you can see the neon take life. And of course, as it grows dark, we're gonna need to find somewhere to sleep tonight. So I figure we'll just check in here to the south of the border Motor Inn. To check in, we need to head into the building known as Pedro's Pleasure Dome. Check out the lobby here inside the Pleasure Dome. Heading into the pool area under the dome here. Yeah, nice little place to swim, or maybe soak in the hot tub there. Actually, I don't think this is a hot tub. It's only 1 feet deep. Okay, that's the kiddie pool, not the hot tub. All right, got checked into my room. Got the car parked right there, nestled in its own little carport. So let's go do the grand room reveal here at Pedro's Motor Inn. Oh, why won't that? Okay. All right. So then we. Okay. Is there a trick? Is there a trick to getting this open? Green light's good. There we go. Finally. And here we have our room. Pretty simple room here. Let's get the lights on. We got 2 beds. so I can sleep in one half the night and sleep in the other half. And there. Got a window view of the pool area. Got a back porch where we can actually step out and hop in the pool. Pool's not, obviously it's not, outdoor pool is not operating right now, but there we go. And let's check out the bathroom. We got a, it's dark back here, okay. Got a light right there. We got a fridge, refrigerator, an ice bucket if we need any ice. That's, oh, two letters. Oh, hey guys. And a slightly cavernous bathroom back here. Got the shower and bath. Oh, there's the tub stopper right there. There's our toilet. It's got the seal, the band that lets us know that it's not disgusting. So yeah, this room was not very expensive. I think it was, about $69. I think about 70 something in total. Pretty basic. You know, it's an older building, but no complaints. I guess maybe I should test out the bed. Okay, bed's a little bit stiff. I think it'll be comfortable. I felt a few making little springy noises when I fell down on it, but yeah, it's nothing to complain about. Okay, I did find something a little questionable here. On this towel, there's some sort of wrapper. Almost looks like a salt wrapper. And then on this towel, there is some sort of grainy, strange substance. I don't know if someone popped open that container and it left this. Look at that. That's weird. I guess we'll just, and then I guess just get rid of this towel here. Yeah, I don't know what that was. Alright, gonna walk over here and try to find some dinner. We need to take this walkway here over the road. While we're walking down this ramp, we can actually peek in the window here of the Reptile Lagoon and see the sleeping crocodiles. So I figured we get some dinner here at the Peddler's Steakhouse, which is located conveniently inside of a giant sombrero. As you can see, it's actually very nice in here. Our table awaits. I do get a salad bar trip with my steak. Okay, so here's my salad bar creation. Got a little salad with some creamy French dressing, a little bit of cottage cheese, and a few beets. Love cottage cheese. Got a little beet there. Love beets. Alright, we got a ribeye steak along with some asparagus there. Of course, when it comes to steak, I'm a big believer in A1 sauce. There we go. So there we go. Very good. A little bit of asparagus to go with that. Good stuff. And here on a lonely road inside a giant sombrero, we have once again secured our membership to the Clean Plate Club. So thank you for joining me here today as we travel northward and stop at one of my favorite places south of the border. I love it enough to stay in this hotel room. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you for coming along with me on this journey as we continue to traverse that long, lonesome road together. And if you like these videos, please do subscribe. It will let you know when new videos come out. Again, I try to do videos almost daily. I will take a few days off here and there, but for the most part, we're trying to do daily videos from here forth. If you'd like to help contribute to the channel, consider contributing to Patreon. $3 or more will get you a postcard once a month. Also, there are enamel pins down in the description in the Etsy shop. You can find all that information down there. And all that helps keep this train on the tracks, this boat in the water, and this dirigible in the air. Until next time, my friends, this one's in the bag.